Hi children, how are you all? I hope you all are keeping well by the grace of God. Students, in today's video, we are going to study about habitat. Habitat is the place where an organism lives naturally. That means the habitat of fish is water, the habitat of camel is desert, the habitat of polar bear is the Arctic region. So that is all. The living place of an organism where it lives naturally is its habitat. There are mainly two types of habitats. What are the two types of habitats? The land habitats are known as the terrestrial habitat, and the habitat where water is there, that is the aquatic habitat. The terrestrial and aquatic habitats are the two main types of habitats. In the terrestrial habitats, we know that there are the forests, grasslands, mountains, deserts, polar regions, the mountain peaks where snow is covered. So there are many types of habitats in the terrestrial habitats, many regions. We can call them as different ecosystems, terrestrial ecosystems also, in which many types of animals and plants live. So these areas provide the organisms living there with oxygen and also provides carbon dioxide, and also the water also present in that regions for the survival of the plants and animals. Now students, the aquatic habitats where water is the major non-living material for the survival of plants and animals. There are two types of aquatic habitats. They are the marine habitats and freshwater habitats. The marine habitats where the seas and oceans are there, the parts of seas and oceans. But in the freshwater habitats, the salts are very less in the water. The concentration of salts are very less. They are freshwater habitats. The marine habitats examples are the seas and oceans. The freshwater habitats examples are the rivers, lakes and ponds. So students, these are the important habitats present in the terrestrial and aquatic habitats. Now students, we are going to study about adaptations. The adaptations are the structural and functional adjustments present in organisms to live in a particular habitat. The structural and functional adjustments present in an organism to live in a habitat. For example, if we take the example of birds, birds are having many adaptations. We cannot fly like the birds because the birds have wings. That is the most important adaptation of birds. Their bones are hollow, pneumatic bones. Many air spaces are there in the bones. Their body is covered with feathers, lightweight body is there, and the tail help in landing. So these are the adaptations of birds to fly in the air. Now the fish live in water. They are adapted to live in the water. The fish have a streamlined body to swim freely in the water. The eyes are covered with a membrane to prevent any type of injury from the water. The fish body is covered with scales, that is a protection. The tail helps to change direction. The fish breathes through gills. It receives the dissolved oxygen present in water and give out the carbon dioxide to the water. So the breathing organ, gills, is very important adaptation in the fish. We know that the limbs are modified into fins in a fish. So children, all these are the adaptations present in the fish to live properly in the water. Now students, when we talk about the camel lives in the terrestrial habitat, that is desert. The camel can live without water for 2 weeks. It lives in areas where there is very high temperature is there, sand is there. So while walking in the sand, their feet will not sink. The legs will not sink in water, because to move freely on the sand, the camel have a padded feet. Then students, the camel has a hump at the neck region. It is having a hump in which fat is stored when the food is not available in the desert. The camel absorbs fat from the hump and produces energy in its body. So students, there are many adaptations in the camels. Now another adaptation of camel is their thick eyelashes. The thick eyelashes prevent falling of sand into their eyes. So that is also an adaptation. The desert plants, their leaves are reduced into spines. The desert plants have a fleshy stem which stores water, and the stem do the process of photosynthesis. So children, everywhere in a particular habitat, an organism, whether it is a plant or an animal that lives, it is having many features, many characteristic or attractive features in their body, and that features help them to live properly in that habitat. So when we take the organism out of the habitat, many organisms cannot survive. If we take out the fish from its habitat, from water, it will die. It cannot survive on the land. And the amphibians like frogs are adapted to live both on land and in water. They have moist skin to receive oxygen in water, and they have lungs to breathe on the land. Students, in the grasslands, the grasses live where there is very less rainfall, and the extensive root system of grasses absorb water even in the dry months. The leaves having the blades of grass prevent the water loss through transpiration. So that is the adaptation of the grass present in various parts of our earth. So children, all these are the adaptations. Every organism show adaptation to live in a particular habitat. So in this video, I talked to you about the various habitats. I hope you understood all these points that we learned. So students, thank you for listening me.